I just want to talk for a few minutes about my YouTube channel. I wanted to explain some things that, especially some of the newcomers may not realize. It's probably been, I want to say, about 15 years ago that I started this channel. I could go back and look and find out exactly. I don't remember the exact time, but it is listed on when you go and on the more button, it tells you the year that I started the channel. And primarily what I started the channel about was to give my testimony about the miraculous healing that I had been a recipient of when I was a child, which was a really big deal to me, and it's made a huge impact on my life as far as my outlook on spirituality, about believing in God and seeing how His power has worked for healing. And my life is, the fact is, my life would not be the same. I would, according to what the doctors had told my parents, if I had lived at all, I would have been in a vegetable state had not God worked this miracle in my life of healing, which is the first thing that I started out with on my channel was giving the credit and glory to the Lord, and just wanting to be a witness to people about God's miraculous power. Now, after I've been involved for, 2 or 3 years, having the channel, and as things would come to mind, I would make a video here and there about different things that happened in my life that involved the spiritual side of life, in which one particular thing was a video I made about a tornado that my small family had endured in a mobile home, which is a very long time ago, and how that we had been spared through the tornado. And I'm trying to remember the title of the video, but you can go back in my old videos and you can see it. I have a picture of a tornado as the thumbnail on the video. So my primary reason for starting the YouTube channel was for spiritual witness of how God has worked in my life, and how that He loves everyone, and He's really wanting to do a work in everyone's life, and He's just there for us. We just have to reach out and accept Him. And being a preacher's kid, I kind of always had a little bit of a drive for the ministry in me, but I never really felt compelled to pastor a church or go out on the mission field in a huge way like so many people that do, the big names that you know. What I've more felt inclined to do is just in my normal life be a witness along the way. And I think that's probably pretty much being a disciple, what we're pretty much all expected to do as believers in Jesus, is just to be evangelists, to be disciples in the life where God has planted us. And that's pretty much what I've tried to do. I know I could have done better, no doubt. But the main thing that I wanted to get to was the fact that when I started this channel, it was about the spiritual side of things. And as time went by, I started to watch videos about mechanical issues. I'm a third generation mechanic, and things have changed on automobiles in the past 50 years, and I have now been working on cars for over 50 years. Of course, I'm not working like I used to. I used to be really working a lot, and now I've kind of backed off a little bit, and I don't do as much as I used to do. But I pretty much take care of vehicles for my family and some close friends that I've made over the years. And I still watch the videos, and occasionally I'll run onto something I haven't done before, and I'll go try to find a video. And what happened was, during the course of that happening, I realized that there's some things out there that there weren't any videos on. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, I've watched a lot of these videos and I've gained a lot of knowledge. I probably should put something back. And so I started doing that, and I already had this channel at the time, and I'd had it for several years. And so I just started adding those videos, which are a totally different subject, adding them to the same channel. And what's happened is that now I have a channel that's got two different subjects attached to it, and if I would have been thinking ahead, I suppose probably I would have started a separate channel for that subject of the automotive I call it automotive DIY. That's what I've been trying to remember to post when I make a video along that line of DIY automotive. I'll try to remember to do that on the description, because I know there's a lot of people that they watch my videos because they know that I'm a witness, and for the Lord, and it's spiritual. And then if you're somebody who does that and you're really not into the automotive side of things, then I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try to remember on the title of the video to put, just before the title, I'm going to put either auto DIY, which do-it-yourself auto, or I'm going to put something along the lines of spiritual or biblical or something along the lines to identify that video, because I don't want you to be disappointed if you click on one of my videos and it's, oh, today he's talking about the subject I'm not interested in. So I'm going to just try to do that, and we'll see how it goes. Still, and my dad and I, when we started out our automotive trade together, both of us had worked for dealers prior to that, but we ended up starting our own thing. And early on, my dad, of course, he was a pastor of a church, and the whole time he was a pastor, he was also a full-time mechanic every church that we went to. So he wasn't someone who was living off of the church. Matter of fact, I think most of the time, because the churches were fairly small, he was probably the largest contributor in most cases along the way. So he was a very hardworking man. But when we started together working, he was talking to me one day. I remember specifically saying, son, he says, we need not ever forget that while we're here to help people with cars, we need to remember the foundational issue that we're here in the first place is we need to first be ready to do the work of the Lord, and stop and always keep it in the back of our mind that we need to be ready to minister to someone, in spiritual matters. And of course, that was our basically our motto, I guess you could say, and it seemed to work really well. And we were very blessed over the years to get to talk to people about their spiritual condition. Sometimes people would come in and, I don't know, they might hear what we were playing over the stereo system. Today I've got a loop of a whole lot of spiritual music. It's praise and worship. I mean, there's probably over 100 different pieces of music with song that I just listen to on a loop every day, and it helps keep my mind where it ought to be, and praising God and remembering the goodness of the Lord each and every day. And I really, I've just become so used to that. But I think people probably notice it when they come in. I have had, people here and there had say comments about they really love the music. But back in the day when my dad was still alive, and this was a long time ago. He's been gone for 28 years now. But we used to have the radio, the FM radio, tuned into the local Christian channel, which had programs like James Dobson's Focus on the Family. There would be Dr. David Jeremiah. There would be different ones that would you would hear their messages during the day, but it's always of spiritual content. And I've just become accustomed to that being in the background as I'm working and doing the things that I do, and so that's where that's at. But the main reason I wanted to make this video is to just say that I realize I've lost some people have unsubscribed, and I think it's probably the people who they subscribed, a lot of them, because they did find a good video that helped them to do something. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't really make many automotive DIY videos that somebody's already made one. I generally try to make one only if there isn't one, because I don't have a cameraman. I don't have ideal conditions. As any of you have seen some of those videos, you realize that there's a lot of traffic noise in them, and I don't really quite know how to deal with that. It's a distraction, and I don't like it. But I have had some positive comments about, particularly one video that comes to my mind is being like a 2012 Ford pickup putting not the turn signal switch itself, but the actual part that it mounts inside, which you have to take the